Today on Selling Houses.
Bland isn't selling this house.
Okay, you're right.
Three rival sellers snoop around each other's houses.
It's really claustrophobic in here. Some people are building sheds that look better than this.
They obviously watch a lot of telly.
I meet resistance.
Tammy, quiet. Why are you quiet?
I'm not sure I'd pick that one.
And push decadent design.
The scheme that I want to see in here is contemporary luxury.
Yeah.
They get a week and £1,000 to make changes.
I don't know how that is going to improve this room, actually.
All competing to win an offer from my buyer.
What I've seen is absolutely delightful.
Today I'm in Surrey, home of the Epsom Racecourse, where the world-famous Derby is held. And horses aren't the only thing galloping away, as property prices have gone up 9.8% in the last 12 months. Great news for my three sellers, looking to cash in and win an offer from my buyer, former Community Regeneration Officer Shaheen, who's supported by her niece today, Nosheen.
So this is quite an important house hunt for you, isn't it? How many houses have you looked at so far?
20?
Quite a few, yeah.
More than 20.
Yeah.
More than 20. When I hear people that have looked at like over 20 houses, I always think, oh. Would you say you were fussy? Would you say your aunt is fussy?
Not at all. It's about finding what needs her requirements.
I'm quite flexible. All I'm after is a house at the moment.
Easy. I'm going to remind you of this at the end of the day when you haven't chosen any of them. What is it that would make a house a home for you?
A normal garden.
Right.
We've got 3 grandchildren in the family.
How many bedrooms?
3.
3 bedrooms. So with regards to decor and style, what sort of DIY and work would you be prepared to do, if any? Or do you just want to move straight in?
Well, I'll have to move straight in because I've got all my belongings in storage. And look what I'm wearing. I need to have some fresh clothes, if nothing else. I know there is a house waiting for me. It may not be the right size, it may not be the right look, or whatever's wrong with it, but if it's normal, I will go for it.
So we need to find you a normal house and get you out of that cardigan.
Oh, yes, please. Right now would be perfect.
Easy.
For that characterful 3-bedroom home with a large garden, Shaheen has a budget of £540,000. My 3 sellers all have properties that could work for Shaheen, but they all need a spot of work before she sees them. First up, it's accountant Nadia and husband, lawyer Ozzy. With 2 children, they've been trying to hide the kiddie clutter in their soulless 3-bed townhouse from the eyes of potential buyers.
We've completely made the house simple, plain, minimalistic. We did a big decluttering exercise as well.
Yeah.
I guess we didn't want any potential buyers to fall down the stairs, I guess, on toy trucks and things.
Yeah, that's right.
But the house has been stuck on the market for 4 months now with no buyers, a situation not helped by the dining room on the ground floor.
It used to be a garage, which we've converted into a living space because we felt it was important to have something down on the ground floor with the kitchen. I think overall it's quite simple, bland, I would say.
And what should be a homely family lounge has been taken over by square-eyed Ozzy.
I've always had a desire to have a cinema room.
And I think you've achieved that.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Not quite. But in the meantime, we've made our reception room, a cross between a cinema room and a reception room.
I suppose we have, yeah.
One room they haven't managed to declutter is the box room next to the lounge.
We're just using it at the moment as an office, playroom, storage.
There's a bit of a battle between me and the kids over that room.
And it looks like you've surrendered. But at least the pair are presenting a unified front.
So I'll manage the budget.
Yeah, you can manage the budget. And, yeah, we can manage. We work together. We got through 10 years together, so this should be a walk in the park.
Piece of cake, yeah, piece of cake.
Strong words, Ozzy. This soulless townhouse has been stripped bare, and the garage conversion does not make the most of its potential. It's on the market for £489,950. Next is widowed retiree Vera and her friend Barbara. Vera's selling her 1930s 3-bed semi, as after 31 years, this once busy family home is rather empty with just her.
The reason I'm selling the house is that I'd like to go to live near my daughter at Southend. She's going to look after me in my old age, if I'm lucky.
On the market now for a month, the house will need some TLC before Vera can go anywhere, particularly in the master bedroom.
It's not fashionable to have dark wood in the room, and it does make the room look smaller than it actually is.
At the back of the house, opposite the second bedroom, there's another key room that's behind the times.
The upstairs bathroom, it's been done, 95? Yeah, it's got to be 20 years that was done, but I think it works.
Well, it worked in 1995. There'll be a fair amount of work to do here, ladies.
I feel a bit apprehensive because we've never done anything like this before.
I haven't got an artistic bone in my body. It's not there.
Don't worry, Vera. All you need is energy, and you've got plenty of that. This chintzy semi is dated, and the key areas need modernising. It's the cheapest of my 3 properties, on the market for 482 grand. Last up, it's financial broker Blair and wife casino inspector Tammi. Their bungalow has been on the market for 4 months now, and they're really keen to sell.
Buying a property in the Isle of Wight. Had an offer accepted 2 or 3 months ago. Just need to sell ours.
But although billed as a 3-bed property, not all of the bedrooms are immediately obvious.
Our 3rd bedroom at the moment, which is a double bedroom, I'm using at the moment for my office. When people have come round, they can't necessarily see it as a bedroom.
The 2nd bedroom is an extension, connected to the small sitting room by a conservatory at the back of the house.
It's a bit of a non-room at the moment. It's just a space that you walk through to get into the back garden.
Fair bit of work to do here. Let's hope this couple have a good working relationship.
Tammi puts her opinion forward, I put my opinion forward, and then we agree that I'm right. No, sorry, I'm only joking.
This confused bungalow is poorly presented, with a lack of thought in key rooms, but it does have the space Shaheen was after, and is the most expensive of my 3 properties, on at £525,000. So it's Nadia and Ozzy's soulless townhouse, Vera and Barbara's chintzy semi, and Blair and Tammy's confused bungalow, all competing to win an offer from my buyer Shaheen. But first, to help all 3 sellers realise they could improve their properties, they get a chance to have a nosy around their rivals' houses. First up is Blair and Tammy's confused bungalow, with the conservatory and bedroom extension at the back.
This bungalow is a great size and it should appeal to a whole host of different buyers, but the layout is a bit confused and certain areas, like this conservatory, feel rather neglected and unloved. And those are the reasons why I think there isn't a sold board outside yet.
Vera and Barbara are first to take a look.
Very nice.
Looks quite inviting.
Yeah, very much so.
Good curb appeal. Inside we go. Just off the entrance hall is the smallest bedroom.
Do they really want to sell this property?
Not by the looks.
Let's put all this junk all over the place and scare everyone away.
Yeah, it's not presented for sale at all.
Do they not have storage? They seem to have put everything in here that they haven't got room for elsewhere.
At the end of the entrance hall is the living room, which leads to the conservatory.
Didn't these glass blocks go out with the Romans?
Well, they were popular in the 80s.
I feel that some people are building sheds that look better than this.
It's on at 525 grand.
125,000.
More than $500,000 for this?
For this?
No way.
Whoa.
No, because you've got to spend a lot of money on this to get it up to a professional standard.
So the price tag didn't impress my rival sellers. Next to go under scrutiny is Nadia and Ozzy's featureless townhouse with 2 large reception rooms.
70s townhouses are definitely an acquired taste, but if you're talking bang for buck, you do get a lot of house for your money. But by stripping this one bare, Nadia and Ozzy have sucked the life out of it, and it now feels bland, blank, and frankly, rather unappealing.
First to snoop are Vera and Barbara.
Been quite well refurbished on the outside.
It does, doesn't it? I like the front door.
Yes.
Don't like townhouses that much, to be honest.
Understood. Inside, off the entrance hall, is a ground floor dining room, converted from the garage.
It doesn't even look as though they actually use it as a dining room.
No.
There's absolutely nothing in here.
There's neutral and then there's just empty.
That theme continues as we head upstairs to the first floor living room.
They obviously watch a lot of telly. It seems as though it's a rented house. Maybe it's rented, because there is no personality in the house.
It's so minimal, it's dull. You might walk in and think it's a house share. You know, a couple of guys sharing a house.
Opposite the living room is the box bedroom.
Where's the bed?
Yeah. You get a single bed in here. Oh, blimey. No, you wouldn't.
Got toys and then a desk and...
Yeah.
So it's not a specific room.
At the top of the house, Blair and Tammi are learning in the master bedroom.
It does make me think maybe we are a bit too cluttered. Maybe we need to remove some of our... pare it down a little.
Eureka! This house is on the market for £489,950.
A reasonable price, I think, for this.
I thought it was over 500. Yeah.
This is a more modern house, so I think probably that it's been priced right.
Both couples agreed the property was fairly priced to sell, and Blair and Tammi saw the benefit of a well-defined bedroom. Last up, it's Vera's chintzy 1930s semi, with decor firmly planted in the 90s.
This is a spacious family home with a fantastic layout, and Vera has lived happily here for the last 30 years. But let's be honest, even though every single room is immaculately presented, it does feel quite old-fashioned. And I think that it's the dated decor throughout that's putting buyers off.
First to arrive are Blair and Tammi.
Oh, don't like the pebble dashing.
No. No, not at all.
Unfortunately.
Thumbs down outside, into the entrance hall.
Very dated. I don't know.
Looks like they've padlocked this so you can't escape, you know?
Off the entrance hall is a through lounge, and things do improve as Nadia and Ozzy appreciate the warm feel.
I like the layout.
I like the concept of space, and it's open.
Upstairs on the first floor, something is about to pop in the bathroom.
There might be weasels up there. Shut up. It's really claustrophobic in here.
I wouldn't want to actually have a bath in that tub. It scares me.
Across the hallway in the master bedroom, Nadia has more dark thoughts.
I feel like I'm drowning in a sea of mahogany. It's that old-fashioned style.
It's dark wood. Makes it feel claustrophobic.
Do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
An old people's home.
It's on the market for £482,000.
I wouldn't pay $482,000 for it.
No.
I think this is vastly overpriced.
I think it is, yeah.
Yeah.
My sellers agreed that this house is too expensive. Today I'm in leafy Surrey, helping my 3 sellers get their properties into shape, in the hopes they'll get an offer from my buyer, Shaheen.
My ideal would have a decent bathroom upstairs and a house which has character.
After snooping around each other's houses, my 3 sellers have all picked up some tips to help them bag a sale.
I feel that my house is old-fashioned because I haven't updated.
We need to redefine some of our rooms. We need to show what they are supposed to be.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm raring to go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Now it's time to give them style advice, £1,000 and 7 days to get their properties up to scratch. First up, it's Nadia and Ozzy's featureless townhouse. It does offer 2 large reception rooms, but in an effort to hide the kiddie clutter, they've stripped them bare.
A couple of the other sellers, when they walked into this room, said, I think it's a bunch of blokes that live here. I kind of tend to agree with them. There are no pictures, there's no colour, there's no...
but that was for selling.
You've done the old you've done the blank.
Yeah.
Yes, blank canvas, give sellers what they want. They can put their own stamp on it.
Yeah.
We've decluttered and removed everything, but I think maybe we went a bit too far.
You need to embrace the period of this property. Go for a retro feel in some of the rooms.
Oh.
That sort of thing on one wall. The ticking of a clock. It's one wall. It's literally...
Okay.
It's there.
Wow.
Bland. Bland isn't selling this house.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
You're right.
You're right.
The next thing I want you to do is go vintage shopping. So things like old retro suitcases, you can get metal legs, drill them in there, and they make great little side tables.
Wow.
Okay.
Bear with me on this as well, because I've chosen some particularly freaky 1970s patterns. But again, like your cushions, I'm just trying to show you the sort of difference. Just even looking at that as it is, there's more going on there than you've got at the moment.
Definitely.
It's too bland. People can't visualise this space properly.
Yeah, okay.
The dining space. That's weird. You go in there and you're like, right, there's a dining table there, but there's also that sort of chaise lounge thing, and it's all a bit bland. It needs a proper colour, and it needs to feel like a proper dining space.
Yes.
So dining table in the middle, bright, bold colour on that wall at the back. Embrace it if you can.
Try.
You went to see what I'm about to do to your office. Should we go into the office? Come on.
My bold 70s colour scheme was a bit of a shock, but at least they're willing to give it a go. On to the third bedroom, which is fighting for an identity at the moment.
The other sellers were confused in this space. They didn't really know what it was. Is it a playroom? Is it an office? Why isn't there a bed in here?
Yeah.
Again, the theme of it being quite bland and not full of colour sort of continued as well. This needs to be reclaimed as a bedroom because you're marketing this as a
3-bedroom home. Yeah.
That's right.
and this is your
Study.
Oh, it should be the third.
it should be the third bedroom, shouldn't it?
Should be.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think what needs to happen is that you need to move the boys' toys up into that front bedroom and bring this back into a simple, modern retro take. And then you just need a single bed. You need a single bed coming along there, maybe a nice little blind to go up against that window.
Yeah.
That's kind of it in here.
Got a proposition for you.
Go on.
If you can sell this house, we're going to give you the £1,000.
Right, you're on.
And then you can give it to the other 2 vendors because they're going to need it.
Brilliant. Oh, the irony. A fun, bubbly, full of personality couple and a really bland, frankly quite boring house. It's an interesting one, isn't it? 70s townhouses aren't everyone's cup of tea, so you've got to get people through the front door. But they've got to see something that really wows them, and at the moment it doesn't. I think the 70s retro vibe is scaring both of them, but I want them to embrace it. I want them to make this as fun and as colourful as they are.
Wallpaper, it made my eyes sore.
It wasn't that bad.
OK, fair enough. We're going to crack on.
We'll give it a go. We'll
definitely
definitely
give it a go.
embrace this and give
We're
it
open for change.
Yes.
Slightly shell-shocked but willing to give my ideas a go, they empty the awkward furniture from the dining room. In the living room, decorator Ali gets to work on those colourless walls, putting up the paper I suggested. With half the room done, Nadia and Ozzy have their first look.
That's awful. I don't know how that is going to improve this room, actually.
I don't think anyone is going to come into our house when they see a picture of that.
Oh dear. Next up, it's Vera's chintzy 1930s semi. It's immaculately presented, but it's stuck in a time warp.
So your boudoir, Vera, what
Yes.
do you think this says to buyers when they walk in?
It's old-fashioned. It's the dark wood. It's old-fashioned, yes.
I want to transform this from old granny to cool, contemporary and chic. What it needs in here is some injection of pattern, which is where the old wallpaper jobby comes in. There are these are the sort of colours that I'm thinking would work really well in here.
Yes.
I have my favourite.
That one.
Look at the difference of that on there.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
And then what you do is you take these lovely, soft, delicate tones and you use a colour that's similar on there. We want people to come in here and think, my goodness, this is like being in a hotel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bedroom sorted. Now it's time to address the 90s bathroom next door.
The other sellers, when they walked in, said, gosh, it looks like a really old-fashioned dated bathroom.
Yeah.
So I think what we need to do is revamp it. From there up, lovely. From there down, dark.
Yeah.
My thinking is that we take all the tiles off from there downward. You want people to, you know when you go to a posh hotel and you're like, oh, look at the bathroom, and you're in there for hours.
Yes.
That's what you want. You want buyers to look and think, oh, I could see myself in there. Whereas at the moment, I think it just feels very dated. It just needs a whole new spruce up. It needs to be lighter, brighter and fresher.
Oh, yes, I agree with you.
The scheme that I want to see in here is sort of contemporary luxury.
Yes.
As opposed to 90s.
It's nice.
90s nightclub talking.
This is a really tricky one, isn't it? Because this has been Vera's home for the last 30 years and there's a huge emotional attachment to it. She doesn't want to sell it to just anyone. But the trouble is the people that she wants to attract, the families, are going to be put off by that dated decor and that bathroom, so she really needs to tackle them. She did look a little bit daunted, but I reckon she's quite feisty. I'm sure she can take them on.
I think £1,000 will be a struggle because the amount of money that is going to be spent on the bathroom, it's not going to leave us very much to spend on the bedroom.
Worried about making the budget stretch, Vera has decided against replacing the bathroom tiles.
I've sort of put my foot down, really. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to sand down the cabinet and the bath panel and make it shabby chic, and then also to buy a new white toilet seat. It's all about how it looks now, isn't it?
With the shabby chiking well underway in the bathroom, the dated decor from the bedroom is stripped.
Oh, I think this is satisfying, this. I love doing this. Wow. Oh, we'll do this in no time.
Steady, Vera. Pace yourself. Next up, it's Blair and Tammy's muddled bungalow, with its wasted extension at the back, an unused bedroom at the front. It's all rather confusing.
Other sellers, when they came in here, said that they've seen sheds put up better.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I said that instead. Did you see I started like that? And I was like,
Yeah.
Well, we didn't put it up, so...
We didn't put it up,
Right.
yeah. And it wasn't done very well.
Where do you eat your dinner?
On our laps in the lounge.
Most people want a dining room. Most people want somewhere that they can have their tea other than on their laps.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
make this a dining room again.
Yeah.
Your dining table is in that bedroom, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bring it
out,
into
yeah.
here. And I'm thinking a maritime theme. So I was thinking one of the things you could do to add some interest, see where you've got all your panels around here, put some paper in them, something like that, cut it to size, put it in each one, and then paint around the outside a darker colour. Tammy, quiet?
Yeah.
Why are you quiet?
I'm not sure I'd pick that one, but yeah. No, I can see how something like that in their panels.
It doesn't have to be this one. The other thing I wanted to tackle was your ceiling, because again, this feels quite temporary. One thing you can do with it is use a very sheer fabric and what it's going to do, but it will just cover it up, give a point of interest. But I just feel, you know, it's a real shame, because people are always looking for extra square meterage in a house, and you've got it here, but you're just not using it. Right, let's go and have a little look in the bedroom.
Good.
Great, they're on board with the maritime theme. On to the front bedroom, which is being presented as everything apart from a bedroom.
I think it's a jumble. I think it's a sort of mishmash of styles. Most people walking in here will look at this and they will say, it's got a desk in here and it's an office, but it can't be a bedroom. The dining table and chairs move into the dining room. All the rest of the office gumph moves into the spare bedroom stroke annex, which then frees us up to do a really lovely bedroom in here. The theme that I'm thinking for this is a sort of contemporary country theme. Now, I know how much you love my choice of wallpapers, Tammy. What do we think of that one?
That's actually not bad. Yeah.
You've got 7 days. You're at work for a lot of them, so it's mainly the onus on you, isn't it, really, to get this done? Do you think you can do it?
Yeah, of course I can.
That's the spirit. No problem. Blair and Tammy have made 2 classic mistakes. They're living in the property the way it suits them, not the majority of buyers, and they think that every buyer walking through the door is going to have imagination and will be able to visualise the space, and that's not always the case. They need to reconfigure the layout and add a bit of pizzazz if they want to move on.
We might not necessarily go with the particular designs that she's chosen,
Wallpapers,
but you know, the theme that she's actually said to come up with is a good thing. So we will be implementing that.
Glad to hear it. Before Blair attempts to get the conservatory shipshape, his first port of call is the front bedroom.
Going to be decluttering, basically taking everything out of here that's in here at the moment to give me a blank canvas to crack on and do what I need to do. But I don't think anything that's going out of here today is going to be coming back in. Oops.
It certainly won't now. With the bedroom cleared, he sets his sights on the rickety conservatory.
Already it's looking better, I think.
Well, it certainly won't hurt to brighten up that dark orange wood.
That's right, looks good.
I'm in Surrey, where my 3 sellers, with their budget of £1,000, are busy doing up their homes, in the hope they'll land an offer from my buyer, Shaheen.
I'm looking for a normal house, cosy, relaxing.
Hopefully it'll tick all the right boxes.
Hopefully it will tick all the right boxes.
At Nadia and Ozzy's featureless townhouse, it's all about bringing a bright 70s theme to the sterile decor and adding some character. The formerly colourless living room now has a floral feature wall. Ozzy prepares to bring the 70s-style blue to the other 3 walls.
I don't know why I'm even doing this, to be honest. It's just... I look at the wall and I see bathroom, 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 washroom.
While I look at a wall and see bland, bland, bland. Have faith and keep painting. Next door in the box bedroom, it's goodbye to the kiddie clutter and hello to another colour catastrophe.
What do you think of that? Is that a nice colour?
No, that's
It looks like cement, doesn't it?
I don't like it.
Ah, like father, like son, eh? Over at Vera's chintzy semi, it's all about updating the 90s bathroom and modernising the out-of-date decor in the master bedroom. While Barbara lightens the dreary bedroom furniture, decorator friend Brian adds colour to the drab walls. And with years of experience, he knows his way around a paint roller.
Make sure the roller's got plenty of paint emulsion on it, but not too much that it flicks everywhere. The other thing of using a good roller also, you don't get any paint or splatter on your hand or on your arm or anything all over the floor.
Oh, I like that blue.
Looks lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That Amanda Lamb, she's worth her weight in gold.
Oh, please, you'll make me blush. The pretty blue pattern wallpaper I suggested is being hung, but Vera is not one to sit back and watch.
A natural, an absolute natural. I don't even know why I'm here.
Nice technique, Vera. At Blair and Tammy's confused bungalow, it's all about defining and presenting rooms with a clear purpose. In the front bedroom, the old wallpaper is off, and Blair's heavy-handed approach to DIY is almost as chaotic as the wallpaper pattern he's chosen.
Is that the right way up? Is that the right way up? I just basically wing it and play it by ear.
Easy, Tiger.
It looks okay. It's got to look better when I got 2 or 3 up.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Meanwhile, in the Soulless conservatory, Tammy has got the ceiling drapes all sewn up.
On hooks either end from the ceiling, and then it gets fixed at the other end as well, so that it drapes along the ceiling.
Very clever, Tammy. Over at Nadia and Ozzy's, work is paused while they head off to a retro boutique, looking for a vintage piece to upcycle into a table for the 70s-style living room.
Those are quite interesting. I don't know if they're 70s, but they look old.
Despite being unclear about 70s styling, Nadia does spot the perfect piece to transform.
I really like that, actually. That one's really nice. She said to get a suitcase, maybe put some legs on it, use it as a coffee table. Yeah, I think it looks interesting.
Yeah,
Someone...
is it 70s?
I don't know.
I would say more 40s, but a nice find either way. Ozzy heads home and gets straight to work with mate Mo, transforming the trunk into a coffee table. The rigid frame means holes for the leg screws can be drilled straight into the body of the case. Then off-the-shelf legs available from most DIY stores can be screwed in. Et voila!
We have a coffee table.
At Vera's house, the old-fashioned loo seat is being replaced with a modern one by friend Mark. And Vera's getting stuck into the 90s vanity unit, giving it a clean, fresh look with a white paint job.
It's showing all my brush strokes, and I don't know whether it's supposed to do that or not, or whether that is part of the shabby chic bit. I don't really know.
Keep calm and carry on, Vera. With the paint dry, Barbara joins in to give the unit a distressed look.
Whoops, I've taken a bit too much off. I knew I would.
Looking good, ladies. Big improvement on the dowdy brown wood. Over at Blair and Tammy's, the conservatory was lost and had no identity. But my idea for a look seems to have it back on course.
Amanda suggested that we go with a nautical theme, so stripes and things of that nature, which is what we try to incorporate in the stuff that we're putting up.
Rather than make new window blinds, they've bought some and cut them to fit.
Da, da, da.
And what's the verdict? Don't hold back, Blair. A vast improvement on the old dentist-style blinds. Next door, Tammy attempts some homemade lampshades for the bedroom.
I'm just going to hold it, I suppose, and see if it sticks. It's certainly stuck to my fingers. Hey!
Yeah, I wouldn't go up the day job, Tammy. Back in the conservatory, an atlas print wallpaper continues the nautical theme, but is soon harpooned.
I don't like it. If I had my way, I would get out that tin of blue paint and paint over them.
Give it a chance, Tammy. Back at Nadia and Ozzy's, decorator Ali is bringing a touch of 70s psychedelia to the box bedroom with a prism effect wallpaper. Downstairs in the converted garage room, Ozzy's got the paintbrush out to make it feel more like an inviting dining room.
Makes me feel like I'm on the beach.
It matches my shoes.
After a last-minute shopping trip to furnish their newly decorated home, a cabin bed in the box room is built. And then the rooms are finished off with colourful accessories.
We followed Amanda's advice to a T in that room, so I think she has to love it, right?
Yeah, I feel sorry for Amanda's other half because I think she'll be looking to move in.
The dining room was characterless with a few pieces of bulky furniture thrown into it. By redecorating with statement colours, adding an eating area and furnishing it, it's now a quirky and functional family space. Cost £1,035.
You love it?
Oh God, I adore it. How funny though to go from last week where everything was beige in this house, there was no colour, dare I say style, and now look at it. Oh guys, it's...
Are you moving in?
Yeah, I'll buy it now.
It's on the market.
It is amazing. Do you like it?
We love it.
It's cool.
This is our favourite room.
It's going to draw people's eye. So when they're looking online and they're looking at all the properties that are in your price bracket around here, if you see that on a photograph, you're going to be intrigued. You're going to want to have a look at the rest of the photos.
It's bling.
It's proper bling. It's dead bling now, I love it.
The living room was stark and uninviting. Introducing a vibrant 70s theme has given it a playful but homely feel. The upcycled coffee table is unique and a real centrepiece. Total cost £793.
Wow!
What do you think of this?
I love, 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 love. Love that. Love it all.
This one probably saw the most change in terms of colour.
Now, you don't like this wallpaper, do you?
Nope.
Why?
I think it's getting better with time.
You've used lots of different colours, but they all work. You've created a look which you didn't have before. And next door is lovely.
The box room was a cluttered office and kids' playroom. By presenting it as a usable bedroom and continuing the retro colour scheme, it can now be viewed as a 3-bedroom property at a cost of £612.
Do you feel, looking at it now, that you've done enough to get people through the door?
Yes,
It will sell.
I think so.
It's wonderful. It really is.
We really appreciate your help.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Good luck with the next step.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Because you'll have to move soon.
At Vera's 1930s semi, Vera and Brian are fitting a new headboard to complement the classic decor.
Wasn't quite what I expected, but we'll see what it looks like when it's on.
Once built, Vera and Barbara dressed the new bed and the finishing touches are placed in.
It was old-fashioned, and I think with what has been achieved here, I think definitely would appeal to younger buyers.
The master bedroom was a sea of dark wood and neutral tones. Lightening all the bedroom furniture and introducing a pretty pastel theme has softened and modernised the room. A cost of £901.
Oh, isn't it pretty?
Yes, I'm really pleased with it.
Oh, you should be, Vera.
Yes.
It is lovely. I mean, before it did feel quite dated and quite old-fashioned, didn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this has all come up a tree.
Yes.
This is like a completely different unit.
Yeah.
What it's done is it's really showcased your master bedroom. Whereas before, you would walk in here and just think, oh, that's the biggest bedroom. You now walk in and instantly it's like, this is the master bedroom.
Yes.
It's beautiful. Very, very well done. Can we go look at the bathroom?
Oh, yes,
there you are.
yes.
Despite being immaculately presented, the bathroom felt old-fashioned. Vera may not have followed through with all of my suggestions, but she's toned down the most dated elements. Total cost, £59.
You've done a spruce-up job.
Yes.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, the thing is, when you change a bathroom, it is a big expense and a big job. I know in an ideal world, we would have taken the tiles off, we would have completely transformed it, but time, budget, inclination, energy, all of those more. But what you have done, by adding all these little clever finishing touches like the raspberry pink blind and the candles and the flowers and the brightly coloured towels and changing little things like changing the loose seat.
Yes.
Big difference, isn't it?
It is.
Yes.
And you wouldn't think so until you actually do it.
Yeah. No, it's amazing, isn't it? Well done.
At Blair and Tammy's bungalow, the nautical theme is completed by hanging the ceiling nets Tammy made earlier.
That's too narrow.
No, it needs to come further this way.
Yeah, I know it does. Hold on, I'm just doing it widthways first.
Once Blair's delicately finessed the nets into place,
It goes under, which is why I was holding that up.
Oh, right, OK, yes.
the dining table is brought in and the finishing touches are added.
It's been tiring, but it's been worthwhile. And hopefully, you know, the proof of the pudding is going to be in the eating. If somebody comes along and offers us full asking price for the house, happy days. It's all worthwhile.
Blair was using the front bedroom as his office. It was cluttered and confusing potential buyers. It may not have my choice of wallpaper, but by reinstating it as a bedroom and redecorating, it can now be viewed as a genuine 3-bedroomed house. Total cost £634.
Goodness, what a transformation!
I know,
It's
isn't
a
it?
bedroom, not an office with a dining table in it. Do you like it? You please.
I do.
We love it.
I love
We're
this
going
one.
to take the design with us to our new house.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I think it's lucky that you have that picture rail.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
It
I
would be
think if you'd
too
have done,
much.
then it would have been too much. But
Yes,
it's
yes.
worked really well.
Yeah, exactly right.
Really well. You have to get people through the door, and and people are so blasé now when it comes to looking online at properties. You know, they just see one after the other. You've got to have something that stands out, something that will just catch your eye.
Yes.
It's lovely. Well done.
Thank you.
The conservatory had become a glorified porch with no real purpose or thought. It has now been turned into a dining room, decorated with a playful nautical design, giving it a family-friendly feel. Total spend, £406.
Even with that horrific weather outside, it now feels warm and cosy in here. Last week, it felt like a sort of... Well, it just felt like it wasn't really part of the house, that you didn't really use it. But now it's you've dressed it really well. Tammy, I know that you were a little bit hesitant about using it. Do you like it now, or are you still not?
Didn't like it when the first panel went up. I think it's marginally better now that all of the panels are done.
I'll take marginally better. Do you feel like you've increased your chances of getting an offer that you would accept?
Yes. It's a functional room, whereas beforehand it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was an afterthought.
Yeah, it looks great.
Brilliant.
In Surrey, all three of my sellers have been going hammer and tongs to improve their homes, hoping to impress my buyer, Shaheen, who has a healthy budget of £540,000. Nadia and Ozzy's 70s townhouse now has a suitably retro and vibrant colour scheme.
We kind of came into this thinking that buyers wanted things that are plain and simple, and it really opened us up to kind of having colour, adding personality.
Blair and Tammi are confident reinventing the conservatory with a playful nautical theme and re-establishing the second bedroom will impress.
I'd be extremely surprised if whoever were to come around here, weren't to pick this one.
The interior of Vera's semi was like a show home from 1995. It's been given a new lease of life with a light modern decor in the master bedroom and bathroom.
I'm really pleased with it, and I think that it should please any buyers that come around.
Well, time to see what buyer Shaheen thinks, starting at Nadia and Ozzy's now striking townhouse.
Have you ever looked at a townhouse? Don't back away, it won't bite you. Step forward.
It looks very spacious.
It's big, yeah. It's got a lot going for it, this house. What are you thinking, because you're buying it?
It's got a bit of garden there.
It's garden at the
parking
back.
Space. So far, so good.
So far, so good. Let's go and find out where we can put your cardigan. Come on, let's get inside.
Okay.
Promising start. This house ticks a lot of Shaheen's boxes. Let's hope the newly decorated ground floor dining room catches her eye.
So, kitchen, garden, family dining room, stroke, chill out room.
Oh, wow.
What are we thinking?
I think the shape is bothering a bit.
Too narrow?
Too narrow for us, for me, because I'm used to open spaces. I don't like townhouses so much. It's not a no-no.
It's a more conventional layout that you're looking for.
More conventional, which...
Let me show you the rest of the house. This is just the start of it. Let's go and look at the sitting room. Follow me, ladies.
Upstairs is the box room with the now retro colour scheme and the living room sporting its new funky 70s motif.
What do you like about it?
Well, it's nicely decorated.
I like the
relaxing
contrast
colour.
here.
Yeah.
On this wall, definitely.
And the mirror is definitely nice. Does it come with a house?
I'm sure they'll throw in the mirror.
Yeah. You can actually breathe in this room. It's lovely, spacious.
What do you think this is being marketed for?
About 500,000.
489,950.
Really?
489,950.
Let me show you something completely different now.
Okay.
After you, ladies.
The decor was a hit, I think, but she didn't seem thrilled by the tall and narrow build of the house. Let's see what kind of reaction I get at Vera's modernised semi.
So here is a totally different concept. What do you think?
You are brilliant.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
It's been
Thank
said
you.
before. Is it the sort of thing that you had in mind?
It's normal.
Nosheen, what do you think?
It's more like traditional,
Yeah.
what we're normally used to.
Good. Excellent. Right, let's get inside and see where we're going to put that cardigan.
In Shaheen's world, normal means she likes it. Inside, there's a through lounge diner and a modern kitchen. Upstairs, there are 3 bedrooms, including the elegant new master.
Do come in, ladies. I wanted to start up here because I think that this is one of the prettiest rooms in the house. This is your master bedroom, one of 3. What are you thinking?
It's lovely.
It's gorgeous.
It really is lovely.
Cardigan has found its home. It can go in any one of those wardrobes. Nosheen, what do you think? Because I know that you've liked everything so far, which is great.
Yeah. No, I like the colour combination.
Well, let's go and look at the bathroom and see whether you like that. Right. Do come with me.
Next door is the new shabby chic look bathroom.
What are you thinking?
It's lovely. Very nicely done.
I mean, throughout the house, is there anything that you would do differently?
It's got a funny garden. Despite that, I'm actually pleased with it, if that's the right word for it.
Let's see if the price pleases you. And I know you've looked at houses in this area, so what do you think this is on the market for?
475.
A little bit more, 482. Still
Right,
good.
okay.
Still good. Lots to reflect on, eh?
Yes.
Okay. Let us continue. Out we go. Ladies first.
Yeah.
There were encouraging noises coming from Shaheen, but I think this is still anybody's game. I'm hoping I can wow her with my last property, Blair and Tammy's bungalow.
So, my darlings, come and have a look at this. I'm throwing something else completely different at you. It's a bungalow, a house with no stairs.
It's lovely. There's absolutely all this open space in the front.
Ah.
Yeah, yeah.
Got a good garden?
It's got a good garden. I hope so.
No, it does. No, I've seen it. It has a good garden.
Okay.
I'm not lying.
This is fantastic.
This is the first time I've seen you excited. Would you like to get inside and see if the inside matches the outside?
Yes, please.
Let's go have a look.
Good first impression. Off the entrance hall is the living room, bathroom and second bedroom, which has been completely restyled.
What do you think?
That's very bright. I've never been inside a bungalow.
Have you not?
No, never. But what I'm seeing, so far what I've seen, the front is absolutely delightful, and so is everything else.
Good. Excellent, excellent. Decor to your liking?
Absolutely. Fine, yes. I don't think I would change anything in this room.
Excellent.
Let's see if this bungalow newbie is equally impressed by the nautical-themed conservatory at the back of the house.
Out of all three of them, this is the one that's got the biggest garden and the squarest, most conventionally shaped garden.
If it's a nice warm day, you can open the doors and there'll be nice breeze coming in. You can see the garden, the lovely, beautiful garden. I think. I like the room. I like some of the decor, but not necessarily all of it.
Okay, what would you change?
I would change the
blinds.
blinds, that's it.
Well, let's talk about the price of this then. What do you think the asking price of this one is?
At least I'll say it's minimum 500.
Yes, it's 525,000. I think we now have some decisions to make. Yeah. Shall we retire and have a good think about everything? Okay. Come on, follow me.
Time to see if one property stood out from the rest.
So, ladies, what a day. 3 incredibly different properties. We'll start with the 1970s townhouse. Now, I know, Nosheen, you loved it. You weren't so keen on the layout, is that right?
The layout, the garden, and I also felt that there was very little privacy there.
OK, so that one we'll have to park and put to one side. That leads us on to the 1930s house, which at the beginning, when we were standing outside, I guess out of all of them, it was probably the most conventional house.
Normal.
Normal, yes. You liked that one, Nosheen, didn't you? Yes, I did. And then you liked all of them.
Yes, I did.
What did you like about it?
I like the downstairs especially.
Yeah.
It was very open.
I didn't like the garden.
I knew that was coming.
So that was a no-no for me.
Because of the garden. The actual house itself worked, but the garden didn't.
Absolutely.
Right, OK. Let's talk about the bungalow. Your very first bungalow. You've never been in a bungalow before. Pleasantly surprised.
I was absolutely delighted when I saw the bungalow and the garden. That was my delight. That made my day.
Out of the 3 that you saw today, did you have a favourite? Was there one that stood out more? Is it the bungalow?
Oh, the bungalow.
The bungalow. So the bungalow's the favourite.
Yes, it's beautiful there. It's spacious enough.
Is there a but coming?
There is a but coming.
I thought there would be. 23 houses down. There's going to be a but. Give me a but.
The fact that it is all on one floor.
Yeah, bungalows tend to do that.
You're on each other's face all the time.
Are you going to be putting in an offer, or do you think bungalows are probably not for you because of the lack of privacy and the lack of anywhere to hide when all the relatives invade?
I'll say that the bungalows are not for me.
So you need to continue the search to find a normal house, but with a garden like the bungalow.
Oh, yes, please.
Good luck, wherever you end up. I'm sure it'll be glorious. So it begins.
So it begins again.
So, tricky customer Shaheen liked Tammy and Blair's bungalow the best.
I'm sure other buyers will like what we've done to it as well. I'm sure we'll get what we want for this house now.
The rival sellers may have missed out this time, but they can be confident that the work they all completed will go a long way to getting that sold sign up soon.
It's opened up the door to interest, so that's the positive.
It looks brighter, it looks more modern, and I think it definitely looks more saleable.
You can certainly say that again, Vera, because just 24 hours later...
I've been very lucky. I have sold my house. I sold it the next day. What we did upstairs in the front bedroom was excellent. They thought it was a great improvement. It's been a very positive exercise and so good that Amanda Lamb came and helped.